Formal charges have now been filed against David Brian Donnell Jr. of Redby, Minnesota, in the shooting death of Red Lake police officer Ryan Bialke on Tuesday morning. Donnell has been charged with unlawfully kill Ryan Bialke and also 4 counts of assault on Red Lake police officers with a firearm. Reading from the criminal complaint prepared by an FBI agent, quote, on July 27th of 2021, Red Lake Tribal Police responded to a call to conduct a welfare check on Donnell at his residence in Copper City area of Redby. Donnell is in a dating relationship with DDT. On the morning of July 27, 2021, DDT called her mother and told her that Donnell was suicidal and asked her to call the cops. 5 Red Lake Police Department officers, including Officer Ryan Bialke, responded to Donnell's residence. Prior to arriving, officers learned from dispatch that Donnell had an active tribal warrant. Officers arrived on the scene in 3 vehicles and approached Donnell's house on foot. The officers found Donnell standing on the outside porch. Officers attempted to have Donnell walk off the porch toward them, but Donnell instead went inside the residence and would not come back outside. The officers then talked with Donnell through a window in an attempt to get him back outside. Donnell did not, because Donnell had an active warrant and refused to comply with their instructions to exit the residence. The officers decided to breach the door in order to take Donnell into custody on the tribal warrant. Officer Ryan Bialke kicked the front door to make a forced entry. Gunfire erupted from inside the residence in the direction of the officers, who were near the front door of the residence. Officer Bialke was struck by the gunfire through the front door. Gunfire continued from inside the house toward the other 4 officers on the scene. At one point, an officer returned fire. Officers then retreated into the woods in an attempt to escape the continued gunfire. Officer Bialke succumbed to his injuries and died on the scene. Shortly after the shooting, a witness observed Donnell traveling on foot west from the scene through the trees while holding a rifle. Red Lake officers then received a phone call from a person who lives west of the scene, stating that Donnell had just arrived at her house and she took the firearm away from him. She requested that officers come and get Donnell. Officers responded to the residence and took Donnell into custody without further incident. While being taken into custody by Red Lake Tribal Police Department officers, Donnell said he was sorry. The person where he was arrested allowed law enforcement to search her residence. Officers recovered the firearm that was taken from Donnell, and the witness told law enforcement that Donnell told her, "I effed up." Donnell was interviewed by law enforcement while at the Red Lake Reservation Police Department. After receiving his Miranda rights, Donnell admitted to shooting at Red Lake Police Department officers while they were attempting to make entry through the front door. Donnell said he fired numerous rounds using a 7.62 by 39 millimeter rifle. Donnell said he moved to his back window and fired several additional shots toward officers. Donnell said he knew that the individuals he was shooting at were Red Lake officers. Donnell explained that he knew he had an outstanding warrant and he did not want to be arrested. After firing several times toward officers, Donnell said he fled the residence through a window, went to the residence next door, where he was later taken into custody. Later that day, a federal search warrant was authorized for the search of Donnell's residence where the shooting occurred. Inside the residence, law enforcement recovered several fired shell casings and identified multiple bullet holes throughout the front of the residence. In addition, bullet holes were located in the Red Lake Tribal Police Department's marked squad car. Following his interview, Donnell was arrested on a probable cause and is currently housed at the Beltrami County Jail. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.